Peace, Scorpio rising. Let's see what you need to keep most in mind and heart this week to help everything rise into place. As always, we're going to tap into an oracle deck for our foundation frequency and then some tarot for fundamental framework. So let's tap right in for the Scorpio rising collective. Give thanks, Spirit. What would you have the Scorpio rising collective know this week? Emotional challenges, number 13, resolve the issue. Maybe going through something. It could very much be domestic, it could be professional, something that's happening at school, wherever the environment may be, that you're feeling a sense of dissonance, where you're feeling a little bit of conflict, challenge. First off, remind yourself that challenge is training. Anything that you're going through that is not ideal is something that is helping you increase your arsenal and add more tools to the toolbox to prepare yourself for more challenges to come, because ultimately that is part of life, right? It's not always going to be easy, but it gets easier, ironically, the more challenges that we experience. And people with the hardest road have the highest potential and things to do on this planet. Your mission, your soul's mission, is chances are going to be that much more powerful and that much more poignant because you're being trained in order to be able to handle it. So the emotional aspect of things in terms of this challenge is that it is, again, very heart-centered. So even if it is professional, even if it is something that has to do with school, that's not necessarily where you would think that your emotions would be triggered, it could also be in those realms. And it's just important to keep the emotions in check, to try to, again, always feel it to heal it, always face it to replace it, as I always say, but making sure that you're not reacting and that instead you are responding. That is the nature of responsibility, and it is going to help you in the particular challenge, especially if it's something professional, because you don't want to risk your job because you pop off, you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't want to risk a grade because you cuss a teacher out, like you don't want to do that, right? So ultimately it's about being in full control of the emotion while holding space for yourself in the right space, in the sacred space, making sure that you are being discerning of the when and the who and the how and all of those things so that you can, again, respond instead of react. Let's get more clarification and some fundamental framework in regards, there it is. We've got the Three of Swords. So Three of Swords, but in the reversal position. And I like the fact that it's in the reversal position because it's showing the resolution to the issue. It says resolve the issue, but ultimately I do feel that whatever this is that might hit at the top of the week is going to resolve itself by end of the week, especially again if you're tapping into responsibility, making sure that you're responding to the challenge and the conflict instead of reacting to the challenge and the conflict. The swords are going to fall out. Ultimately, you may need to heal and you might need to put some salve on the wound and all of that stuff, but it's not going to stick. It's not going to stay. You're going to resolve this thing very, very quickly. You've got the Judgment in the reversal position here, and this could be you feeling very judged by a particular situation, and at the end of the day, you want to make sure that you are not judging yourself. And it is going to be so much easier not to judge yourself if you, again, align with responsibility, because you can always make something worse if you react emotionally, if you, again, pop off. You know what I mean? Like that, it could be like you made the situation worse. You really want, this is again, a lot of warning energy for the rising signs this week. And likewise, for you, Scorpio rising, it is just a heads up. Always think of a warning as Spirit giving you more favor, ultimately giving you preparation so that you can not be shocked by something that may be coming, and that you can kind of get yourself already in gear, get yourself that heads up in regards to what could be in store that is a little bit, challenging, particularly this week. And so that you can, again, not put yourself in a position where you judge yourself more for how you reacted to a situation. And instead you could be like, you know what, I coulda. And it's a good thing I had that heads up, because if I didn't know this was gonna happen, I would have, right? Give thanks for the energy of judgment in terms of even when you're feeling judged, you're not putting yourself in a position where you have to judge yourself, because somebody can judge you, they can say whatever they want. That's not gonna stick. It's what you feel, again, bringing yourself in an alignment of shame and guilt and regret and all of those things that will have more of a lasting impact than what anybody else can say. So stay in alignment in regards to your emotions, and you should be good. And we've got the challenge and we've got the conflict and we've got it right here, but we've got it in the reversal position. So it's going to be there, but it's going to be cleared out. This is the challenge that is training. I always say the challenge is training. It is preparing you. You're going to have that toolbox. You're going to have that arsenal to be able to pull from regardless of what comes next. This is like the energy is so repetitive for the rising signs this week. It's really quite something. And it says a lot about the collective in general and what's happening this week. And we see, the things that are happening, in politics and all that kind of stuff. So it is challenging across the board, and as above, so below. So prepare yourself. On guard, feeling very wounded warrior kind of energy. Makes sense for the energies and the things that are coming through for you this week. But again, be in an energy of stillness so that you don't, again, react instead of respond. Feel it to heal it, face it to replace it, but don't make yourself a victim. Do not put yourself in no victimization mode, because when you're in a victimization mode, then it makes you feel like you have a right to say and do and then that reaction can make things so much worse for you than the thing that you're reacting to in the first place. It's not going to be worth it. Queen of Pentacles in the reversal position. This could be extra triggering because now I'm seeing more that it is in relation to your money. It's in relation to professionalism, your work, school, something along those lines, which is why the warning is here and giving you this heads up and protecting you in this way so that you don't mess with your money worse than the threat to your money. You may react to the threat to your money and then do something that actually affects your money. Do you hear what I'm saying? Like, just because it could affect your money, you could be ready to, but the ready to and then doing it could be the very thing that is actually what causes the detriment to your bag. Just be cool. Just be easy. Let it rock. Feel it to heal it. Face it to replace it. Definitely stand your ground if you need to. Speak your truth. But again, respond. Do not react. Okay? I hope that resonates, Scorpio rising. I hope that it helps everything rise into place. Nothing is falling. It is only up from here. And if you do claim this reading, I would love for you to put the scales of justice in the comment section below, because I want you to maintain an energy of balance and justice and fairness so that you can remind yourself of that, so that you as well, again, always respond fairly, even in the face of injustice. Because again, once we're in that energy, it makes us just feel like we're fighting for our rights. And the fight could be the thing that causes more anguish and more detriment to even the threat of the fight. So, scales of justice in the comment section below if you claim this reading, and I will see you next week. Peace, Scorpio rising.